Hello, everyone. Welcome and thank you for joining me. This is my second attempt at going live tonight. I did go live at 8, but somehow didn't stream to Facebook, so I apologize for the delay. And thank you for hopping on again if you're on YouTube, because I did end the stream there and tried again so that it was on Facebook. For some reason, it wasn't there. So here I am with my first of my card creation series for August, which I do every Sunday night. So if there's 5 Sundays, I do it for 4. I'll be using the Charming Day bundle and the floral. No, I've just gone blank. The Floral Charm Suite, and I think I may have just made up some name there. No, the Floral Charm Suite, that's right. So the suite is called Floral Charm and the bundle is called Charming Day. The Charming Day stamp set has some lovely images, I would say more sketchy sort of images, and you can color them and leave them as is. It's got a good mix of sentiments, which look, I would say, handwritten style, very relaxed sort of font. And the bundle includes a stamp set and dies. Now, some of the dies will die cut these, which I'll be using. And also there's some lovely additional dies which you can use to create flowers by themselves. So it's a really good bundle. I think the suite has the designer series paper is just lovely, and I'm going to show it to you now so you can see what this 12 by 12 paper looks like and all the different designs in it. If you are joining me for the first time, my name is Rochelle Smith and I'm from Stamping Flower. I'm based in Melbourne in Australia, and I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and my joy is to share paper crafting inspiration cards with lots of layers and texture, and it gives me lots of pleasure to do that with, and I love coloring any form, and I'll be doing a little bit of coloring today. Hello, Evelyn. It's great to have you here, and thank you. I'm sure you joined me before, and I apologize for that, but thank you for joining me back here again. Sometimes I don't know, whenever I schedule something, it seems to go a bit wonky. But let's look at this beautiful paper. I mean, there's florals on every sheet, and by florals I mean there's foliage and things. So let's have a look, and I've tried to mix it so that it's not heavy on the eye, and you can see what's there. So hi Sharon, good to see you. I hope everyone's had a lovely weekend. I've I've had a couple of nana naps this weekend. I've got a bit tired. But I've got a bit done too, which is good. Cleared up some of our last chance, or the retired stuff and things, got a bit of that out of the way. So now this is not the reverse of this, but just have a look at the colors that balance out, right? So I'll just move them aside like that, and tell me what's your favorite, if you have a favorite design in this. It's just gorgeous, the colors, and you've got some vibrant colors and you've got some more subtle designs. And I think like things like this, it says Floral Charm, but you've got some more leafy things which you can use for I think guide cards. It lends itself to that. Marnie, you made something with this today. It's so good. It is. There's lots to be done with it. So I will give it a sneak peek of all my cards later on. I will do a post. I've got dimensional backings on that. And you will see there's lots. I've even got a fancy fold in week 3. So lots of fun to be had with this. Like you can even fussy cut that, right? Now look, this is like that's just a plain, but it's not really. It's got some texture on it. So you would say you could use berry biscuit stuff, but this is different. It's got that like a washed look, and you could do some stamping on it. Look at that. You could cut that out. Yeah, let me know which. Have you got a favorite sheet? I have a couple of favorite sheets. See, that's a very good. This is a guy sort of one, I reckon. You can barely see. I don't know. It looks like maybe there's flowers, but those beige, you can barely see them. It looks more like a background, really. And those base colors are lovely. I think mine, I do like that. It has a more vintage kind of feel to it. And, oh goodness, it's really hard. As I got the pack, I think this particular sheet was my absolute favorite in the pack. Just so pretty it was that. And then I like that. Like but like just some standouts. Like for me, that one was it. So we're going to be using that today. Hi, Anita. Good to see you all. So that's the bit of what the paper is. So with card creations, this just change it up a bit for going forward. You can get the kit for $45, or there's a few options. You can purchase the PDF, which is $20, and that's as always the same. And there's an option which I will put up. I haven't put the description because I had it and then I was rushing to get this live on because it didn't work at the start. You can purchase the bundle and say and get the kit and the PDF, or you can purchase the suite and get the kit and the PDF. So that sort of saves you a little bit more because you're getting the kit as additional. Anita, did you like the one I liked? Was that your favorite piece too? Yeah, I think it's because I have a bit of I like soft sea foam, and I like it had that base of soft sea foam, I think, in there. And the Pretty Peacock was a bit muted, I think, in that. So you could even go with Lost Lagoon or something. There's lots of ways you can go. Just because the color palette says one thing, you don't have to do what it says, right? You can go with what you like. So I'm going to staple. That's a bit of a dirty piece, isn't it? Let's get a better piece. Oh, yeah, I've got some cardstock here. Tried to reach for my scraps, but that's okay. Right, so I'm stamping in early espresso, and that is because I am using this piece, and it sort of has those browns. Everyone liked that piece? That was a nice piece, wasn't it? So I'm stamping on basic white. So I'm starting with this, pretty much my focal element. And you will see on my original card, it's not as strong, and I've just re-inked my early espresso. So it's a little bit heavier on the color. It'll settle, but it's probably good I re-inked it. It had been a while. So for my color pencils, or watercolor pencils, I should say, we don't have the whole range, right, in the colors. So I'm going with some early espresso, old olive, and pecan pie for my leaves. And for my flowers, I'm going with fresh freesia and gorgeous grape. The whole collection is great. You're right, Evelyn. It is a really lovely collection. I think it's nice that you can use your dies as well on their own. So I was trying to mimic something like this, right? That's where I was going with it. And given that these are Petunia Pop and we don't have it in our range, you just can mix your colors to get something similar. So I'm using this fresh freesia and going very lightly, and I'll build that color up. And you can, most colors you can get something similar by mixing. It's not too far off the mark with fresh freesia. And in general, if you're blending on your cardstock, or if you want two colors for stamping blends, you would go with that Petunia Pop fresh freesia. I will pop up the sneak peeks after this, and also a link to where you can purchase it. I am working out my website yet. It's with a store there, and I will start putting retired stuff on there as well. I'm still learning, lots to learn, always learning. Sometimes not enough time. That's my issue. Work gets in the way. I'm waiting for my order to come in. For my new products, and I can't wait. I love Christmas, so a bit of a sucker for all that stuff. So I'm just going, not pressing too hard, but just small circular motion, getting that color, fading it out to the edges. Now I'm going to bring in Gorgeous Grape. So you want a little bit here just to build up that color. I'm just getting my Gorgeous Grape is a bit not pointy, but it's a bit rough on one edge. So I'm just scratching off the rough edge. And you can build it up like you do blends. Same sort of thing. The more you mix, it's going to blend really nicely. So just follow those petals and it'll define those lines a bit. And also then, even though you've got that early espresso, it tones in a bit better, and you're going to get that nice color in there. So let's just pull that in. And yeah, so any color that you want to match, just try playing around with your watercolor pencils. If you have both collections, and I think they're a fairly inexpensive item to have in your stash, and it gives you some options whether you're watercoloring or just using it as a color, like to color like this. So you can see it kind of just gets softer as you blend it. All right, so now this one, the leaves were a little bit tricky because what are those? My nail polish matches. This is so funny. It invariably matches when I do some crafting, and I don't plan it that way. And someone will always comment, my nail polish matches. That's so funny. So this color is like an early espresso, but it's not. And I don't know whether it's it actually reminds me of something similar to soft suede. So again, I'm trying to do a bit of a mix. And I thought, oh, it's like a dulled down old olive, which has got a little bit dirty. And so this is my interpretation. Again, it's interpretation. So you can do what you feel. So I'm starting with some old olive because the green is not for, this is what to my eye, I saw some green in there, but that is not the top color. Who remembers soft suede? You know, it's like, it's sort of a neutral, but it doesn't look like a neutral that we quite have in our range. Hi, Lucia. To see you. Everyone's busy Sunday, yeah? Getting ready for the week. It's nice to be able to relax doing some crafting too for us. You know, just to chill out. Last night I was really bad. I I stayed up till 3 in the morning, and I was drying my hair like a straightening. I can straighten, and I don't generally look at the mirror. I'm just not necessarily that works all the time, but anyway. So I watch a movie or something while I'm doing it, and I was watching a Hallmark movie, and then I probably finished my hair halfway through it, and then I kept watching it. Just like 3 in the morning, I went to sleep. And then Cassie got up for work at about 8:15, so I woke up at that time, and that was it. I just kind of had a small nana nap in the afternoon, but that was just kept going. Sahara Sand was nice, isn't it? That was a nice color. It's similar, sort of a bit of a darker version of the, like, Basic Beige is sort of was the replacement, I felt. Yeah, that I did like Sahara Sand. You're going to Vegas now, Lucia. You can't buy any more Stampin' Up supplies, isn't it? At least you're going. It's all booked. That's a bit exciting. So I'm just adding early espresso. And now I'm adding a bit more depth to these leaves by just pressing a bit harder. How many days, Lucia, have you got to go? Have you got a countdown? And then pecan pie. This is just pecan pie brings warmth to the palette here. It's a warmer color, and I might even bring a bit of crushed curry. So that I'm just adding a kind of at the base and just pulling it like I did the other colors. And you can always bring in a little bit of the old olive if you like, and just sort of, you'll see it is kind of toning in. Yeah, I didn't pull out my crushed curry, but I'm going to. That's crushed curry. I find that's a nice neutral just to add if you don't want it really bright yellowy. Just add a little bit in that center. We'll add a bit of pecan here just to build that up. And so it's like it's still in that neutral tones and a bit of the pink or the fresh freesia. It looks pink. All right, so our image is done. And it'll come together. You're probably wondering, why am I trying to match it? There is a reason. Is this food optional? Love it. You can live on 2-minute noodles. But if you didn't have crafting, where's the joy? Little craft. Up a little bit so I'm not right in their face there. Oh, thanks, Evelyn. You like the flower? So let's die cut this. Now, another thing you could do if you wanted to add some depth to this, you can die cut that flower again in a plain color and add like a shadow. So if you wanted more, and cut it, cut it in half like you do matte layers for labels or something. It just gives, it's a different look, just something different. Options. So that did move a touch, and I will just cut it up a bit. That it might, I might get away. Let's see. It's not too bad. Okay. I could. I might just fussy cut around it, but that's all right for now. The next thing I'm going to bring is this piece of basic beige. Now we've got this long leaf in the dies. So it's a sprig of leaves, and we'll die cut that from the basic beige. If you've got a piece like this, you can center it, and then you've got like a, you can use that piece as for backing. That's something you can do for your design as well. It's just a design tip there. So let me show you what I'm talking about. If it's not quite making sense, I'm not doing it today, but if you wanted to, you can cut that in another color and just lay it like that. It's just gives you a bit of something pretty. Now, so same sort of thing. I've got to do similar sort of, what do you call, some work on this leaf so it matches up with the rest of my project. And I didn't get my pecan pie ink, so I'm just going to get that, which is hiding. Pecan pie and early espresso and old olive. The same sort of deal. And we'll get some blending brushes. So we're going to do this with blending brushes now. My green blending brush. Okay, so let's do the old olive first. So different methods of coloring going to give you different textures. going just be, this is of course not a regular way of blending, but it's just how it is for this particular piece. It's a little bit more delicate. I will be cutting it, but just it's a bit easier than trying to fiddle with smaller pieces. All right. I'm trying to just get in, leave a bit of the green up the top and going towards sort of the base. Tapping off that. And don't worry if you don't, but it's as much as I can. But it then gives you a variegated leaf as well. I'm sort of pressing it like that so you get that corners. Sort of stippling. And again, you can bring in your DSP just to see how it's looking a little bit. That's a good idea too, Sharon. You color the cardstock first. Yeah, that's a good idea. Good tip. And again, I'm bringing a little bit of early espresso here and there. When you look at leaves, they're not all the same, so this doesn't have to be the same either. Right, so we've got some little pieces ready to go. Make sure my hands are okay. And I may just trim that down a little bit. You can put these back in the die cutting machine and just move your die up, and then it'll do the bottom bit and not the top, which I do as well. And just that leaf maybe. Okay. So what I have done already is die cut a square using the Stylish Shapes dies. I have got a Blackberry Bliss card base, a matte layer in Basic Beige, and two larger squares. So this is the second largest square in Petunia Pop. So, and this is the next one down. All right. Then I've got some pieces which I have cut to layer onto the squares. So just straight layering here. Just like that. So that's the back of that one. And this particular piece, I am going to emboss with the mini corrugated embossing folder. I didn't check. This is on last chance. I don't know whether it is still there, but my advice is get it if it's there. This is must-have embossing folder. I still have the corrugated one we had years ago, and I will not get rid of it. So if you haven't got this one, get it. It's very versatile and it's a great little embossing folder. You know, there's some things that you can use all the time. That is one of them. And I was very sad. I'm pretty okay with things, but I was pretty sad about this one. So I'm putting it this way. So my cardstock is a little bit wider than I need it. So I wanted 10.1 by 14.3 was my final. I wanted my finished cardstock to be, that's centimeters. So I did it about 10.4 by 14.3. So it'll give allowance for shrinkage. It just pulls it. I know, Anita. I couldn't believe it either. I'm thinking, what? Imagine all the nice Christmas, the country Christmas stuff you can do. Because I'm mad about the country stuff, and I always use it. It's like my timber embossing things. So now, so this is like 3 mil, a little bit wider, and then so you don't have to make it wider this way. Just whichever way you're doing your, it's pulling in. So now it's right. Okay, so we can stick that on. Then painted, what was that? Painted texture or something? That one went too. That's another good one. Anything like that. The embossing folders for me, I find are great. A quick way to get texture, like without no fuss, like, and it's good value. It's reasonably priced, and for no effort at all, you're getting texture. And things like that, painted texture and things like that, this one, they are not specific to a gender, so you can use it for those guy cards. You can use it for a kid's card. It's neutral in that sense. So I'm gonna stick this down onto my matte layers. So in your kit, when you order the kit from me, you will get those additional die cuts. So anything that is in the bundle you won't get, but you will get additional pieces like this, but you'll get all your cardstock to die cut, anything from the bundle, all that sort of thing. So, and I use other products like other embellishments and things in my class. It's not always everything from the same suite, so you will get all those extra bits and embellishments, ribbons and things. All right. So we've got 3 pieces. Now what I'm going to do is stick these down just straight onto my base layer. And then this will get mounted on dimensionals. All right, so we'll do that first. Oh, hey, Kayla, your watercoloring. These are your colors, Kayla. Patina Pop. What are you watercoloring? See, I've done some sort of board or something I've been missing. So for this guy, I will put 4, but I will put it towards sort of the center. I can still pull it off. I won't press it too hard if I need. Sort of like that. Now, so this is going to be like that. And then I'm just gonna, while it's sort of easy to handle, I'm just gonna curve these a little bit, and then we'll cut it apart. Because for this flower, it was just a little bit heavy. You don't need a long leaf, but you can make use of smaller sprigs. You will see the difference. This is more sort of olivey brownie, and the other one is had more pecan pie. So kind of just tucking it in like that. Oh, the Creativity Kit flower pad. I'm trying to think. Oh, I know the one. I haven't done that either. I bought it as well. They're nice images too. This is what I say. There's not enough time to do everything we want to do. Just adding a little bit of glue, not quite to the edge. Okay. Now, we are having a catalog launch at the Stamping Lounge. So if you are a member, do not go and purchase it. You will get that as part of your membership. But if you aren't a member, come join us. But better still, come and join the membership and be part of all the fun. We've got lots of fun planned. So off the top of my head, honestly, I don't even know. Kayla might be able to pop up the date because we have so many dates going on. My head is like, I have to look at the diary to work out what date is what, because we've got our first birthday, we've got catalog launch, we've got a retreat. Like, it's all happening. Forget my head if it doesn't screw it on. But just if you're on Facebook or follow my blog, it'll be there. I will be posting things on it, so don't worry, you will not miss out. I went for a happy birthday because you can never have too many birthday cards. I was thinking I need to take some of my cards to work for them to just give each other, like teachers to just, or staff to give each other, to encourage each other. You know, it's nice just to say you did a good job, or you know, sometimes people will like that kind of stuff. Now I've cut this pretty fine, so there's a likelihood that I'll be off, but let's see. Oh, not bad. Let's try again on the other side. The first one was a bit off. It's not too bad. You'll get a bigger piece, so you can then trim it down. And I should have, oh, that's better. So I'm going to trim that at an angle. Catalog launch is on the 6th of September. It's not, yes, just save the date. We haven't got the sign up yet, but save the date because it goes from only 10 to 4:30. We have loads of projects and things and games and fun stuff. So if you are a demonstrator, let me know what have you ordered. Like if you've done a pre-order, is there a favorite that you like? Don't share any photos or anything, but you can say what might have been on your pre-order, or is there something that you ordered that you had no plans on ordering? I did. I ordered that pet one, and I that wasn't even on my list. Like, how does that happen? So I am putting dimensionals there. You know, when I looked at the online exclusives and the catalog, I just went, yep, this. That wasn't on my list. And then lo and behold, I ordered it. This is the basic beige classic ribbon. Just tying a bow and just funny how things just jump in across. Isn't it just like plane tickets, literally? And I'm just tucking that under there. Sort of the glue dot, I put that just somewhere there. Then I can adjust it once I put the boy. All your faves aren't even Christmas. Yeah, well, that's all right. I do like some of the autumn ones. I am with you. Yeah, it is. That's a specialty one, isn't it? That there's quite a few specialty papers, which is nice. Anytime knowing, I also had to pull things out, and I thought, oh, I'll get my stamping awards next time. I'll add it. And I love that. What was it? The tags one too. That was nice as well. That was really unusual, I thought. You watch. There'll be lots of things hopping on in our carts without even knowing. And if you want, like, you're going, oh, why are they talking about this? I can't get it. I'm not a demo. Well, you can add things into your starter kit right now. So if you want to get involved, for the starter kit is $169, and for you can select $235 of any product, and that includes what we're talking about, this pre-order product. So that's another way you can be part of all this fun or the madness. These are part of the suite. It's called Charming Shimmer Faceted Dots. And there. full ink dot. I wonder, where's my basic white piece? Okay, let's cut that up. I thought I might have gone and used it on something else, my inside piece. No. Okay, let's see. Stick there. It's a bit tricky because it's got the corrugation and just make sure it sticks nicely. So all I have done is got a bit of DSP and some bits of petunia pop. So we're bringing all this back in. And you can add some blending if you want. It just ties it in together, your colors and things. Thank you so much, Evelyn. You too. You have a lovely week. I'm just finishing this up, and I'll pop up the links to ordered PDFs and things. Just with the PDF, I will share that at the end of the series so that there's no sneak peeks and things like that. And I'll show you my sample cards so you can see how that varied just slightly in the sense of coloring, but not too much. And I'll have a bit for the envelope, but I'll do that later. And I can show you what I did. So this is my sample card. It's got tangled up here. So you can see this one had a bit more a greeny and maybe a little bit extra early espresso. This had more pecan pie on it. And probably this is has a bit more a purpley look, and this has more of the fresh freesia. You ordered the Xmas tags, Lucia? Yeah, they're nice. So so just minor, but like basic. But it's a great little sketch for you can use with other products or maybe other sort of images if you wanted to have one square and then some flowers coming in from either side. So just sketches you can adjust and use how you like. So thank you so much for joining me and sharing this Sunday night with me. I hope you have a lovely week ahead of you, and I look forward to catching up with you on Wednesday. Thanks everyone. Have a great week. Bye-bye.